Although nearly all of us had never seen battle before, we stood their fire like veterans. At one time, without being able to return it, we, for 10 or 15 minutes, stood a perfect tempest of balls, shell, and grape, which plowed the ground all around us with the loss of but 2 killed and 8 wounded. Billy's company did not lose a man. We had 2 dangerously wounded, and it was hard to march by and leave them in their blood. But when our turn came and our colonel gave the word, "Forward! Double quick march!" with a shout of vengeance for dear old Balto that we heard for a mile down the line, we went at them in a run and swept them from field. They hardly turned round to fire, but dropped everything they had and away with us after them, whilst our artillery mowed them down by hundreds. We cut some of the regiments all to pieces. The celebrated Ellsworth Fire Zoves lost over 700. The 71, 79, and 12 New York regiments more than one half, and the few of the Maine men left must have gone into Washington naked, for we have everything they could have had: clothes, arms, knapsack, provisions, tents, even their medicines and pocketbooks, daguerreotypes and love letters. Some of their letters are rich, of which we have cartloads. I will try and save some for you. You may depend we are proud of our victory, and the Balto boys are on everyone's lips. They don't seem here to know how to take us, and as we work cheerfully and never complain, we have nearly all the hard work to do. By the way, Beauregard told our colonel he was Blucher of the day and made him a brigadier general on the spot. You ought to have heard our cheer as he and General Beauregard rode down our line in a gallop, waving their hats and crying, "Boys, we have whipped them!" But, oh boy, the dead and wounded. God grant our country may never see such another field. They lay some in heaps, piled up in gullies where their friends had thrown them, some in long rows where the grape and round shot had plowed them down, dead and dying altogether. Some lay on their faces, biting the sod and clutching the grass. Some on their backs, as calm as though they had fallen to sleep with their hands folded on their breast, and their glass eyes turned up to the quiet sky that seemed to smile down upon them. And some stone dead in the position they had sat down, leaning upon their hands, with chins upon their breasts. I saw 6 horses and 8 dead men under one little tree besides the wounded. But I must stop, for I have used up my last bit of paper. We'll write again by first opportunity. Boys all well, love to all. Tell Aunt Mary to be proud of her boys. Your cousin, W.H. Murray.